Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Doug Bathauer. I'm the CEO of Integral Technologies.
大家午安。这位他是Integral 的 CEO Doug Bathauer 先生。
And what I want to do today is talk a little bit about our company and what we do, and how that may affect you as far as an opportunity in our stock. Our company trades under the symbol ITKG, and over the last year to date, our stock is up 36%. Over the last 6 months, we're up 88%. And the last 12 months, we're up 100%. And so it's been some pretty impressive numbers, and I think we're up about 2 more slides, if you would, please. I want to tell you why we've been able to make some of those advances and why we feel like our company's positioned well.
我们今天要在这里呢，跟大家介绍我们的公司。那么，在这个我们公司目前是在这个 OTC 板块上面的这个交易代码是 ATKG。那么，在过去，我们今天呢，想要跟大家介绍一下我们的公司在未来的机会上面会给大家带来一个怎么样的一个好的一个机会、机遇以及影响。那么，在过去到今年为止的我们的股价的表现呢，已经上涨了36%。那么在过去这个6个月的这个期间当中，我们的股价上涨了88%。那么在过去的12个月的这个期间当中，我们的股价已经上涨了100%。
The material, our company, we make conductive plastic, and our material is called electroplast.
我们的公司呢是制造这个新材料公司，我们是制造这个导电塑料的公司啊。那它的名字叫 electroplast。
Yeah, and by electric, we run electric current through our plastic. So what we do is we replace metal for electrical applications. We replace that with our plastic.
我们的材料呢，它是一种导电的一个塑料。那么我们的电流可以通过这个塑料呢，这个塑胶材料呢，能够这个传达啊。然后我们是取代金属作为一种导电的材料。
And our material, and when we're done in the lobby, you can see this. Our material is made in pellets like this. That's what we produce.
那么一会儿呢，大家在休息的时候，我们在这个外头休息区呢，我们会做一个这个材料的展示。那么这个 Doug 先生他今天带来的公司的这个材料，大家可以实际上用手去触摸一下，感觉一下我们是怎么样的一个材料颗粒。
When we send the product to the customer, the finished product looks just like this. It will look like regular plastic.
那么我们的这个材料呢，它的这个成品呢，最后的产品就是做出来到最后是会长得是这个样子，它看起来就跟一般的塑料没有什么不同。
We have over 53 patents on our material, as well as several patents on what you make out of the material, and there are several more that are another 118 that we've applied for.
我们到目前为止呢，已经有53个已经通过的这个专利。那么目前我们还有这个其他的108个专利正在申请当中。
The material can be used in almost any industry you can think of: automotive, aerospace, consumer electronics. We'll get into that more later, but almost anything that electricity runs through is something you can use our material for.
我们的这个新材料呢，可以用在几乎是每一种的这个工业里头，包含这个汽车工业，包含这个国防、交通啊，以及大家目前这个每个人有的这个手机这样的一个消费性的电子产品，都可以使用我们的这个材料。
Our corporate strategy, we have a very large opportunity. And the way we want to capitalize on that large opportunity is we're partnering with large companies.
我们目前在市场上有非常巨大的一个机会。那我们怎么样来利用这个机会呢？就是我们跟很多世界著名的公司做合作伙伴。
We recently entered into an agreement with Hanwha. They're the manufacturer of our material in Korea. We also have a relationship with BASF. BASF is the largest chemical company in the world.
我们呢，在去年刚刚跟韩国的韩华公司建立起一个这个稳固的合作机会。那么他们目前在韩国有生产我们的这个原料。那另外呢，我们也跟这个全球最大的化工公司德国巴斯夫公司已经建立起一个合作关系。
We also have an agreement with Delphi. They're one of the largest automobile parts makers in the world. And what we're doing with them is we're making wire together out of our material, and we're also making various connectors. But we're doing that with Delphi.
那么我们也跟这个美国的德尔福公司呢，他们是全球最大的汽车零件生产公司之一，建立起合作关系。那我们跟他的合作关系呢，就是一块儿生产这个你看到的这个线以及这个接头。
And we recently announced an agreement with East Penn, and East Penn is one of the larger battery companies, and we're working with them on various battery applications currently.
然后我们最近又跟这个东宾公司建立起这个东宾公司是全球最大的电池制造商之一，那我们跟他也建立起合作的关系。
And one of the key advantages of our material is it's over 50% lighter than metal.
我们公司的产品呢，其中最巨大的一个优势呢，就是我们比其他的相同类型的产品要轻50%。
The lightweighting industry is now become an industry by itself, and it's estimated that lightweighting alone is about a $300 billion market.
就是说我们这个轻重量的市场本身几乎就可以成为一个特殊的一个行业。那么这个可以看到，我们到2020年呢，轻重量的这个市场行业可以达到320亿到380亿美金的这样的一个巨大的市场。
And our portion of that lightweighting market, we estimate to be over $30 billion, where conductive plastic can actually meet those solutions for lightweighting.
那我们这个我们的产品呢，我们估计在未来呢，应该可以达到这个超过300亿的这个市场。
And since it's such a large market, that's why we've chosen the strategy to use very large multinational companies to partner with to help us penetrate that market.
那既然这个轻重量的市场是这样一个巨大的市场呢，所以我们公司的策略呢，就是利用跟其他全球著名的大型的公司他们的市场机会呢，然后跟他们一块合作，然后可以让我们利用他们在市场的这个优势呢，一块的把这个市场做起来。
We have numerous solutions. One of our solutions is for EMI, which is electromagnetic interference.
我们公司呢，在目前的这个我们的产品可以用在很多方面。那其中一个呢，就是这个所谓的 EMI 电磁干扰屏蔽。
To make that simple, anything that has electricity running through it, a signal is put out into the atmosphere, and all of your devices have to be shielded from that.
就是简单的来说呢，任何一个就是具有这个就是带电的这个用品呢，一般你在使用的时候呢，都会有这个电磁干扰出来。那我们的产品可以做一个屏蔽。
For example, all of your phones are currently shielded.
比方说您手上的这个手机，那目前都就是几乎都是有一个屏蔽的作用。
The other advantage of our material is since it's plastic and it can be molded, we can make this into any shape imaginable.
那我们产品的另外一个优势呢，既然这是一个塑胶的这个材料，那我们可以把它做成任何的一种形状，用在几乎是每一种的这个产业上。
Another advantage is it's not corrosive. Most electrical applications are done with metal. Copper corrodes. Most other types of metals corrode. Plastic does not. Another key advantage for us.
那另外一个主要的优势呢，就是我们的产品呢是这个不具有腐蚀性的。其他的这个金属产品呢，您看到的，比方说像是铝啊、铜啊，它们基本上都有一定的这个腐蚀性。但是既然我们是塑料的，所以我们是不具腐蚀性的。
This is our management team. 2 years ago, the company underwent a change in management.
就是说，现在这个您在上面看到的这个slide 呢，它是公司目前的管理团队。那我们在2年之前呢，做了一个重要的管理团队的这个重整以及组合。
So when the management changed, that's when we shifted our focus to partner with the large companies. So up until 2 years ago, we did not have any of those large company relationships.
就是我们在这个管理团队改变的当时呢，我们做了一个重要的这个决策上面的改变。我们在新的这个团队进来以后呢，就开始进入跟这个其他世界主要的这公司呢做合作关系。那么，所以我们在一直到2年多之前吧，公司一直都没有跟这些其他大厂合作。那我们这些目前的合作关系都是近2年才开始的。
And key to our team is our engineering team.
那么我们主要的这个优势呢，我们团队的优势呢，其实是在我们这个工程团队上。
We have a facility in Detroit, Michigan, and the engineering team, they design applications, they design parts, they have almost 200 patents themselves.
那么我们目前在这个底特律有一个这个设计团队，那么他们本身自己就是设计这些零件啊，这些的，他们这些工程师呢加总在一起有超过200个本身，具有这些各种不同的这个专利。
And a year ago, we hired a new CFO, and he was a former CFO from IBM in Australia.
1年之前呢，我们新聘用了一个这个CFO， 那这位 CFO 他是从这个澳大利亚的 IBM 加入我们的。
So we feel like our management team now is very well positioned, as well as our engineering team, for some very rapid growth, not only with the product and the material, but also in the stock market.
那我们觉得呢，我们目前的管理团队呢，可以为公司带来一个非常巨大的一个改变，以及这个市场上面的一个优势啊。那不仅仅是在这个工程上面，那么以及在股市上面的表现呢，应该都会有一个非常亮眼的机会。
Since we had the shift in management and the shift in corporate structure, these are some of the things that have happened in that period of time.
那么这个是自从2年前我们改变了我们管理团队之后呢，这个从2年之前公司的一些近期发展。
And I had a conference call 2 weeks ago with shareholders, and I did make public that in the next few weeks, we will also be announcing another major development there as well.
那么我在2周之前呢，跟这个记者朋友举行了一个记者会。那么在会上当时呢，我也跟这个大家公布说我们在近期的几周之内呢，应该会有一个公司重大的一个改变宣布。
And prior to this, the company spent almost 10 years developing the material. And over the last couple of years, we've spent the time now in commercializing it. And that's really where the big shift is. We've gone from development stage to commercial stage.
那么在2年之前面的10年呢，公司花了将近10年的时间，就是在开发我们的这个产品，一直到2年之前呢，公司才把这个公司的走向呢，导向从这个开发型公司转成商业性的应用材料公司。
And this change from development stage into commercial is one of the reasons you're seeing the movement in the stock.
那么我们这样的一个转变，从一个技术开发型的公司转成一个这个市场上产业化的一个公司的一个转变呢，也就是为什么您看到在这个股价上面有一个比较大的一个亮眼的这个改变啊，就是上扬这样的一个成效出来。
The other thing that's been driving our stock has been the push in lightweighting, which is largely because of the change in the miles per gallon standards have changed.
那么另外一个造成我们公司一个市场上比较好的机会的一个转变的原因呢，就市场上目前对这个轻重量以及这个平均燃料的经济性的要求比较高，那就带给我们一个比较强大的一个市场机会。
The U.S. government has mandated that the miles per gallon has to be over 54 miles a gallon by the year 2025. What that's caused is all of the automakers are pushing very quickly to make all their cars lighter.
那么这个美国政府已经宣布在到2025年的时候呢，这个我们的每加仑这个汽油可以跑的每加仑平均呢必须要达到54以上每加仑54英里以上的，那所以呢就造成这个几乎所有主要的这个汽车制造商目前都在寻找这个让他们的汽车重量更轻，能够有更高的一个经济的这个利用。
There are many applications for our material, and it's across many industries. The first is in all of transportation.
所以在这张图上面，您可以看到我们的产品可以适用在许多不同的产业上面做不同的这个产品。那么其中最重要的之一呢，就是您看到的一个汽车跟运输产业。
So many kinds of car parts, and the car parts are the same for trains, buses, motorcycles, anything in transportation. We can solve problems for.
那么在这个运输产业，不仅仅只是汽车，包含这个火车巴士这上面的，我们几乎这个很多零件都适用我们的材料。
Another thing are handheld electronics. Like for example, this is a cell phone antenna that we've made. it molds in as part of the case of the phone itself. So multiple mobile applications as well as laptop computers, because this can be used as an antenna as well, so we can mold the antenna into the body of something.
另外一个就是这个消费性产品，它目前这个大卫先生手上拿的是一个天线，那这个天线呢可以使用在大家手上拿的这个手机以及这个我们的这个 laptop 这个移动电脑上面都可以使用我们的产品，那这是非常轻的，跟一般传统的比起来是轻很多。
Also, wind power and solar, multiple applications for those industries as well.
那么这个在替代性能源产业里面，包含太阳能、风能、发电能。很多的这个零件也都可以使用我们的材料。
Another thing that's really been seen a lot of interest in lately is with the military. For example, this is a case that we had made for the Air Force.
那另外一个利用呢是在这个国防上面。那么大卫先生手上拿的这个呢，是在这个很多军队里面他们这个使用的一个箱子，小箱子，手提的箱。
And the reason for this is it's so soldiers in the field have to carry sensitive electronics. They're carrying them in metal boxes. They were looking for something that was lighter.
那么为什么它可以使用在这个国防上面呢？因为很多在这个战场上面打仗的这个士兵啊，他们手上都需要提一个这个箱子里头就是装这个具有机密性的这些电子产品啊。那这个箱子目前传统的这个产品呢都是金属性的，非常的重。那么使用我们的产品呢，会让它轻很多，让士兵也比较方便。
The other thing we've been seeing a lot of demand for recently from the military are drones as well. In the last 5 years, drone use has increased dramatically, and same thing, they want lighter weight for their drones as well.
那么另外一个这个例子呢，就是说在军队的这个里面，他们使用这个 drone 呢，我们在过去呢也看到他们逐渐的使用我们的这个材料去取代它。
Also in aerospace, multiple applications for aircraft with wiring, and the big boom in aerospace has been in-flight communications and the entertainment systems. They need those lighter, and they all need shielded.
那么另外一个就是在这个航空上面，那个大家在飞机上面看到的这个娱乐系统呢，以及它这个电话飞机上的电话这些也都可以使用我们的产品。
We only have about 3 or 4 minutes left, and as long as this is okay, if anyone had any questions, be more than happy to answer a couple questions real quick.
那因为我们现在是时间不多啊，所以这个如果大家有问题的话，这个大卫先生非常乐意跟大家回答。
Yeah, it's right here.
Who's your main customers?
Right now, our main customers are the tier 1, the auto parts makers. This, for example, this part is in a Fisker Karma, which is actually, it's a car very similar to a Tesla. It actually came out before Tesla, but right now it's automotive's our primary customers at the moment, but we're, oh yeah, that's right, go ahead.
就刚才的问题是说，这个我们的主要的客户群是哪一个？那么大卫先生的回答是说，主要是这个汽车制造商。那么他给的这个例子是他这个橘色的这个 cable 啊，之前是使用在在 Tesla 这个车之前的前一代的这个就叫 Fisker Karma， 那目前是被这个它在美国已经没有了，是在中国是被这个万象集团买过去。那么过去呢，汽车是使用它这个就使用它的产品。
And we're also moving very rapidly into batteries.
那我目前在这个制造电池上面也动得非常快。
Yeah. What is the conductivity? Oh, thermal? Very good question. That's totally separate from this presentation. We also do have thermally conductive materials, which is used a lot in battery applications. The materials out here today are not thermally conductive, but that's actually becoming a very growing concern, particularly on the battery side. And we have some of those materials coming out for the thermal applications. Yes, sir.
Now, who is the other players in the same field, and what's your major competitor, and what's your edge over them?
Right now, our major competitor is aluminum. That's what metal is our competitor. No, I know that's where we are in the technology.
Does that mean we don't have other similar plastic, conductive plastic in the market?
Right now, there are 2 other companies that have conductive plastic. There are a few others that have small. One is RTP, and another is Comerix. Both of those companies do not have, our materials perform 40% better than theirs, and all of their focus is on electronic static discharge, very low level conductivity. Nobody's in the shielding market. And as evidenced by the fact that's why BASF is partnered with us, because our superior technology.
所以刚才问题说我们在市场上的竞争对手，以及我们跟竞争对手比起来有什么样的一个优势？那么这个 Doug 的回答呢？其实我们现在目前主要的竞争对手是铝，那么其他有2家也是是塑料的。那么这个塑料这2家公司都非常的小，尤其呢他们的这个主要的优势呢，他们其实在比较市场上比较低级的一个就是说在这个导电上面，那他们都没有我们有的这个屏蔽的这个效果。所以目前我们的优势是比他们多很多的，多这个超过40%。
The other edge that's important to point out is our engineers know how to apply this material. Any other competitor, they're just plastics companies, so they view things from a plastics perspective, not an electrical perspective. And that's our key advantage right now is plastics companies don't know how to apply it electrically.
对，那就是另外还有一个优势，就是我们的工程团队。目前其他的这个竞争对手，他们比较属于塑料的公司，他们并不知道怎么样在这个导电上面去做这个进步。那么我们的公司呢，在这方面具有非常大的优势。
And one more question, if I can get away with it. Yes.
So how much lighter is your material compared to the traditional metal?
It's 50 to 60% lighter. And the reason there's a variance, it gets a little technical, it depends on how we have to make it, but it's always going to be 50% lighter, and in some cases a lot lighter, because we're able to design it differently so we can even use less material.
So is there any car that's under production using your material?
Currently right now, the car that's in production, Fisker's not actually in production now, but the Fisker Karma car has our parts on it right now.
Which brand is that?
Fisker is a car maker all by itself.
目前市场上已经没有在做这个汽车，它是被中国团队买走，目前正在重整。我刚才的问题是说，这个我们的材料跟其他传统材料比起来啊，到底这个轻多少？那答案是大概50%到60%。那么当然跟不同的设计有关系，但是就是说，这个我们的这个重量的轻比其他材料确实是会轻。
And I do have to go now because I will not mess with her.
现在时间到了，不过一会儿在休息的时候，大概是会来。
OK， 那这位就是 Doug， 是 ITKG 的 CEO， 我在电台上面也访问过他，他是一个很容易被访问的人，他的表达能力很强。那这位小姐啊，你住哪里？
我住迈阿密。
你住迈阿密。她叫 Elsa， 大家觉得她漂不漂亮？
漂亮。
并且她口才又很好，对不对？最重要的，她是单身。
哎呦，这个就不要讲出来，不要好不好？
没有关系啦。我们在矽谷湾区如果有的人，记住了啊，我有他的联络的号码，走一圈。哎呦，
真不好意思了。
来，照一张相，照一张相。OK， 好，谢谢大家，谢谢。Thank you very much. Good presentation.